Glen Patterson, a friend of cold case murder victim Adrian Trett, yesterday confessed to manslaughter following his arrest last month. Adrian was featured in part 2 of our South Australian Unsolved Murdered and Missing series. This was his story that we shared. 45-year-old Adrian Trett was found unconscious and wrapped in blankets on David Street in Mannum. He was taken to hospital with a critical head injury and placed into an induced coma, but died almost 2 weeks later. Trett was found unconscious at about 6:30 a.m. on Monday, April 23rd, 2018, with his motorbike propped up near him, but his distinctive 8-ball motorbike helmet was missing from the scene. Police released more images linked to the case, including CCTV footage of an associate of Mr. Trett's at the local on-the-run service station at 9:18 p.m. the night before the victim was found. Police are also trying to identify 2 or 3 people who were seen attending to Mr. Trett and wrapping him in the blankets before he was found. Mr. Trett was unemployed and was living in Adelaide's southern suburbs before moving to Mannum. Adrian had been married with grown-up children, but was estranged from his wife. His mother, Mira Trett, said she believes her son was in the wrong place at the wrong time when he sustained his injuries, and has called for any witnesses to come forward.
I can't even describe it.
It was Monday last week when the father of 2 was found unconscious on a Mannum footpath with critical head injuries. Those who found him say he was wrapped in blankets with his scooter parked next to him. Police so far unable to explain how he was injured. His daughter suspects he met with foul play.
A life has been lost at the hands of someone else. I think he's been bashed. Well, the whole family, believe that, yeah, he's been bashed.
Police say the circumstances surrounding how he came to be in that location with those injuries have been the subject of an investigation, with his death considered unexplained. Inspector Billy Thompson, the acting officer in charge of major crime, said police have seized a mobility scooter they believe is linked to the case for further forensic examination. We believe we have located the mobile scooter, similar to the one pictured, and we are seeking information about that vehicle and anyone who saw it around the time of Mr. Trett's death, as we believe it was used to move him from an Asmas Street address to nearby David Street, he said. Mr. Trett had been drinking with friends at the Asmas Street address the night before, who say he left on his scooter. The following clip is an interview with the friend who had been drinking with Trett the night before. I'd be interested in reading your comments below as to what you think of this clip.
Suspect questioned over the murder of father of 2, Adrian Trett, has told 7 News he's not the killer. The pair had been drinking together in the hours before Mr. Trett was found by the side of a Mannum road, wrapped in blankets.
On crutches and clasping a long neck, Glen Patterson is drowning his sorrows.
We were just the best of mates. I would have gone over a trench for that fella.
He was one of the last people to see Adrian Trett alive. It was April 22. They'd been partying at Mr. Patterson's place in Mannum.
We were having a fantastic time sitting here drinking, pissing on.
The next morning, Adrian was found with horrific head injuries 300 metres from the house, wrapped in blankets, his scooter next to him. He died in hospital 12 days later. Mr. Patterson claims Adrian had fallen down these stairs that night.
When he hit the concrete, I just heard a loud crack. And it was bleeding back there.
But police believe Adrian was bashed.
Did you kill Adrian?
Oh, for sakes, mate. No, I did not. I did not kill Adrian. I've never killed anyone.
7 News can reveal police have seized 2 wheelbarrows from the property.
Could they possibly be looking at whether Adrian's body was moved in a wheelbarrow?
I suppose they possibly could be, but I saw him ride down the hill on his scooter.
Key to this investigation are 3 people seen standing here next to Adrian Trett's body at 6:25 on the morning he was found. The trio has never come forward, but police believe it was them who wrapped Adrian's body in blankets, and they're convinced they are either responsible for his death or know who is. Glen Patterson insists he wasn't one of them. And you had nothing to do with the blankets that he'd been wrapped in?
No. Except for the fact that maybe one of them came from here.
Also at the house that night was Jason Taylor.
Mark from Channel 7. Is it Jason? No.
He's also been questioned by police, but he's letting his mate do the talking.
You bring the person in front of me that did this to him, I'll cut their head off, mate.
Mark Mooney, 7 News.
After 2 years protesting his innocence, Glen Patterson yesterday pled guilty to the charge of manslaughter.
This is an extraordinary confession, Jane. So Glen Patterson was charged over the death of Adrian Trett just last month and wasn't due to appear in court until July. But today he called his case on early and pleaded guilty to manslaughter. Now, it was back in April 2018 when the Manum father was found wrapped in blankets on the side of the road with critical head injuries, and it was hours after the pair had been drinking at Patterson's home. Adrian Trett then died in hospital. That was 12 days later. And Patterson, who even went to the funeral, was a prime suspect, but told 7 News he wasn't the killer.
We were just the best of mates. I would have gone over a trench for that fella.
Did you kill Adrian?
Oh, for sakes, mate. No, I did not. I did not kill Adrian. I've never killed anyone. But you bring the person in front of me that did this to him, I'll cut their head off, mate.
So a blatant denial back then. Today, his astounding confession, Jane. And while his guilty plea will save the victim's family the pain of a criminal trial, it will make Patterson eligible for a sentencing discount. He's due to face court again in June. Back to you.
No further details have been revealed as yet.